Good morning, traders. This is Barry Wilkie with StartupTrading.com. It is 3 minutes till 9 a.m. Eastern Time on Wednesday, July 23rd. So, looking back at yesterday's session, right? 560 was the anticipated, potential low of the day, with 566 being the potential high of the day, and we just, flashed underneath that by like 60, 65 points or something. But notice on the retracement back up, right? You just couldn't get any traction under 560 again. You didn't get up above 562 either, though. So that was like an 80-point range for the NQ the rest of the day. And, every touch back, there was one, two, three at 560. Those were all your, great scalp longs. Uh, and then basically, uh, similar for the SPY, right? Uh, 628 was the day uh, put wall, right? We flashed under that, come back up. That was clear resistance, and then broke that later in the day, had one more shakeout, and just right back up. So a lot to do about nothing is really what was going on yesterday. And if you look at the cash market, just after getting up to 63.36 on Monday, just come back down, flushed under that 6,300, coiled right up at 6,300, and then retook it. Uh, Looking at all the indexes, uh, and profile wise, it was very technical, right? We had 23 115 as a change in auction, right? We went down to 108, quickly right back up above the 115 level, which means below 115 was rejected. There was no interest in having any auction down there, but we couldn't get back up above 23 252 half, right? That was clearly uh, resistance for the NQ. So the NQ really set the range for the day uh, yesterday as far as what was going on as we, traipsed around and just kind of got some fills around where we've been, really nothing going on. Looking at, all the indexes and what that did to structure, uh, there's really not a lot that was added or new information. It's really the same old, same old. And as we look at, untested points of control, we have 62.83 half below us. We have 63.68 quarter above us. And if you look at it, we would be actually, we're right about a point or so above that as I speak right now, with us being up 22, 23 points overnight. So on any retracement back lower, 63.36, right? That's yesterday's point of control. That's what you want to watch to see if you end up getting traction below there or traction above there. That's really your split between those two untested points of control. Notice in the overnight session, we come back down. The overnight low for the ES is 63.4275. So still above, uh, this swing low. And notice yesterday's low of the day, right at 1875. And again, rejection from going back into, right, this is a breakout, believe it or not, even though we're not going anywhere quick. We just retested the breakout on the ES, and yesterday it passed. So now we'll see. You can think of it as a knock-knock joke if you want to. Uh, retest the breakout once. We'll see if we get. There was almost a test of it on Friday, and then we'll see. If we get any more. But coming back into it, you're going to get to the middle of that pretty quickly, which will be around 62.90, and then probably a flush under would be next up, and at some point that more than likely will happen. 62. 25 to 30 would be where that would be on the ES. And then looking at the NASDAQ, it checked back down fairly close, but no cigar to the 23,059. And then you can see we're right back up basically where we were yesterday at this point in time. Oh, about 100 points lower, but we're right in the middle of yesterday's candle body. And then as you look at, all the indexes above the Russell and the Dow and the ES are well above yesterday's bell high. The NASDAQ has not sniffed it yet. And then the Dow is holding up above uh, this split in its auction. The swing back low that happened around 7 a.m. was right at the top of that box, which means it's right at the bottom of that next auction. So the Nasdaq, all it did was get some fills above that split at 23,252 half, and now it's back under it right around the settlement. So it'll be interesting to see if the Nasdaq is just an underperformer. And really, you've got this large candle from yesterday's bell open uh, for the Nasdaq, and that is really your marker. So uh, above this split, right, there's not much volume, right? So this is pretty much a void that goes up into the yesterday's high above this. So from above 23,252, which we're about 10 points below right now, there is a complete void up to 359. So don't think that this can't just shoot up if it does go up there. Otherwise, you're just going to churn and burn back down towards this 115 again, and we'll see, what it is. If you look at positioning for the day, right, uh, the put wall for the day is 560, right? That is only about another 65 points below where we're trading right now in the NQ. That would put us, let's just call it 23,180 is around what that would be at 560. Uh, and I'm actually wrong on that. That would be right around 23 1 65, 23 165 as we're looking over here. And then the resistance above is still at 565. So if we go up to the next yellow line up here, you're looking at 374 half is that resistance. And then you can see you can potentially get over that, and that would be your chop zone up to 567. So 567 would probably be right around 452, 453. So there's your probably outside. And then for the week, 570 is, anything up here is just you're out of position, right? The closer you get to 23, 582 this week, the farther you would be from uh, getting a good risk to reward for being long, right? That's where you should stop out as and go home or whatever. 555 would be the one below it. So below this 560 at 555. Uh, this is your weekly put level. It's your put wall. That's at just under 23,000 at 23,959. That should be basically your floor. And then for the week at this point in time. So that's your ball field. We'll see what we get into, but right now I'm just looking to see. I'm looking at this 562 quarter. You can see that we've kind of got above that up to 563. So whether you want to use the overnight high or not, but I'm going to watch this 562 quarter and see if you're getting above or below it. You can see in the overnight that has been a minor pivot level. So I'm wanting to see if we can get above that. So each quarter point's around 10 NQ points. So if you look at where 562 is on here, so that would be right around 23 2 56 is what I'm watching to see if we can get back up above and do any maintain above that price level. Otherwise, we're just chop around it and watch these levels as they trade. There is minor news at 10 o'clock, and that's really it for the day. Keep in mind, I title my videos Google and Tesla are after the bell today. So you don't want to be in any trades past 4 o'clock, right? Futures trade another hour. Doesn't mean you have to be involved. Just let it do whatever it wants. It's easier to trade it tomorrow than trying to just play lottery tickets after the close today. I hope this helps. We'll see what Jack's looking at next, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.